So today, Checkers here again. Checkers and I are going to talk about high school. Well, I'm just going to talk about high school. And I want to talk about high school because I am a senior in high school. I graduate in less than a month now. Woo woo, class of 2013. And I wanted to share my experience so that maybe incoming freshmen can listen to somebody else out of maybe someone they don't know, someone in a different state, their experiences in high school also. First thing I would like to clear up. High school is nothing like TV shows. At all. Well, at least out here in California they aren't. But yeah, so my freshman year, I had to take notes because I kept forgetting what I was going to say. Freshman year, I was so scared, and I was as scared as going into 7th grade than I was going into high school, because I think I went 6 years or 7 years staying in one class and not going anywhere. And I think for high school it was different because I already knew how to go from class to class. I think that was one of the big reasons. And so freshman year, my best friend and I, we went to the first day of school together. We drove together and everything. And we've done that all 4 years of high school, by the way. And so we were walking up into the gate, and there was this huge truck with this, a parent dropping their kids off or something, and they honked their horn, and it was so loud, and we were right next to it, and we screamed, and I was like, this is going to be a long day. And, yeah, it was, my freshman year was the best year out of all of them. And for me personally, after going through all the years of high school, some people will tell you when you go into high school is going to be the best years of your life. They weren't for me, but other people they might be. Everyone has their own experiences in high school. Then my schedule, I wrote this down. My schedule was, I had literature first period, which the teacher hated me. She was gone from October to January because she had a baby. And our sub was amazing because he was old, and usually old subs believe anything you tell them. So we would seriously go into class and we would sit there and do nothing. We would if you looked around the clock up above the board, there was spitballs all around because our class was the worst class, and it was first period too. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. We were bad. And what's next? Choir. Choir, my freshman year was best because it was new to me. I didn't know my teacher that well, and I was in women's choir when our program had a women's choir. And I met one of my very good friends and my other good friend, and it was so much fun. And second period has been taken up by choir all 4 years of high school. Science was with my friend also. We had every other class together, and so we had lit and then science together, and it was fun because we would just mess around, and it was earth science, and our teacher was hilarious because he would teach, but he could not look at us when he taught. He had to look up at the ceiling, but he was also a new teacher, so he was probably really nervous that year. And then I had PE with my other friends, and that was fun. We kept finding these guys that were really cute, and I remember there was this one guy, and I thought he was so gorgeous, and she tried to get me to talk to him, but I was so scared and I ran away. I literally ran away. And I regret that now because now I would have talked to him or whatever. But yeah, her and I, good iffy relationship. We would always argue and everything. And then the next one was my elective, which I had with my best friend. And first I had health, which my health teacher was nuts in the head. They fired her after my year, but she believed that she knew Abraham Lincoln, and she was a turtle or something in her past life, and that she raised Air Bud. She was crazy, guys. And then one of the guys that I used to like sat in front of me, and I remember one time my teacher was like, hey, when you guys are finished with this assignment, you guys need to raise your hand and tell me. Well, it was towards the end of the semester, because our elective goes from semester to semester. And so I was, like, out there, and, like, that's what for me, like, it takes me, like, a little while to open up and just be loud, and then, like, I never shut up. And then, so I raised my hand, and she goes, are you done? And I was like, are you done? And then I was like, yeah. And she goes, where is it? I was like, I don't have it. I'm just kidding. And then she got so mad, and she sent me out of the classroom. Then afterwards, he got sent out of the classroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, he got sent out of the classroom just to come out here and talk to me. Oh my gosh, he likes me, he likes me, he likes me. Now I would probably be like, what are you doing out here? So, yeah, and then my next class I believe I had math. Math class. Oh, math class. I've always been stuck with the bad kids because I'm really bad at math. So when you're bad at something like math, you get stuck with the bad kids who don't care because you're in a lower math. So I was stuck in this class, and it was pre-algebra because even though I had passed in 8th grade with a B, they put me in it again because my test scores were low. It was stupid. But I remember our teacher, she was not there one day, and we had a sub. And somebody threw, because, like, the panels inside the portables, like, go up. Somebody threw something up there, and it came off the ceiling. And then the sub turned around, and half the class, like, more than half, there was probably, like, 5 of us left, like, stood up and walked away. And she turned back around. She goes, where'd everyone go? And we go, they left. And so, yeah, that proves how bad they were. Okay, so my sophomore year was kind of like a blur. I don't really remember that much. It's like one of those blurry years where it's just like, I don't know. But I got a D in history, and I remember I freaked out so much because I knew that I was going to get in so much trouble. It was ridiculous. And so I went to my history teacher, and she was hilarious. She was like the nicest lady ever. And I told her, I was like, if I don't get my grade up, I'm going to get, like, a butt whooping, like, spanked. And she's like, oh my gosh, I don't want that to happen. So she, like, boosted up my grade. So, yeah, I kind of feel bad for that now. But my schedule was PE with 0 period, which was so much fun. You know, you think about it, like, PE at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is way too early. And we would get inside the locker room, and we'd all, like, not say anything because we were so tired. And then we'd get out there, and all of a sudden, like, we got this boost of energy, and it was so much fun. So much fun. I had lit, which, okay, so this was the first time I had ever talked back to a teacher, ever. So he had us a list of books that we had to read, and then we would have to make book reports. So I had this book that I was reading, and I do not read, by the way. And I took it to him. I was like, is this book okay? And he goes, do you ever think you'll read that in college? And I was like, probably not. And he was like, is it on the list? So I was like, no. And then he goes, then no, that's not okay. And I was like, he goes, you have to get something from the list. And I was like, well, I think that's stupid. And he goes, well, if you think it's so stupid, then get out of my class. And I was like, fine. So I slammed the door open, and I walked out. And that was before first period, by the way. And I did not talk to him until towards the end of the year, and I wouldn't even look at him. And he would go to my friends, like one of his other periods, and he'd be like, Lindsay did not look at me one time. Like, I was so mad. But yeah, that class was fun though, because then I made friends again with one of my old friends in elementary school. And then I had choir again. Choir was, I don't remember choir sophomore year that much. And then history was, I already told you about that class. That class was crazy because my teacher is crazy. And then I had Spanish. My teacher, like, he is, like, directly from Mexico, and he had, like, this strong accent, and you could barely understand anything he said. And he was strict. And I made some friends in that class, too. And then I had science with the teacher that I'm currently TAing for now. I love her so much. She's, like, the nicest lady ever. And she hasn't been here, like, the past, like, almost 2 weeks, so that's been sad. And then I had math again, 6th period, which was probably my favorite class because I loved my math teacher, and then one of my friends was in there, and we had so much fun. And Chuckers is snoring. Hey, no snoring. Okay, And then, I don't need this anymore. Junior year, last year was a hard one. It was really, really tough. First period, I had lit. I've had lit first period all year. Oh, wow, that's crazy. First period I had lit, which was with all the smart people because I was in honors lit again, and I felt so stupid in that class. And then second period I had choir, which that's when everything got bad in choir last year. And then I had third period? I had history third period, which was good. I loved U.S. history. I had like a 78%, and I was so mad because I could have gotten it up to a B, and yeah. And then I had fourth period what was fourth period? Trying to remember. I don't remember fourth period, and it was just last year. Oh, fourth period was math, which, yeah, I just sat in I just sat in the back and didn't do anything, and same thing with chemistry. Chemistry was fun though, even though I failed it because I was so loud and outgoing, and that's what makes everything fun, I think. And yeah, I just sat in the back by myself, and I got sent out of the classroom in that one too. You probably think I'm a bad child, but I'm not. It's just my mouth that gets to me sometimes. But what had happened was, like I said, I was the loud one out of everyone, and my teacher did not like me half the time. And then so, like, somebody did something, and we were all laughing, and so I started laughing, and she yelled at me to get out of the classroom. I was like, everyone else is laughing too. She's like, no, you're the only one laughing. I was like, what? And I just stood out there for a couple minutes, and I just walked back in. And then sixth period sixth period was, sixth period was Spanish. That was an amazing class because until the guy in front of me stopped talking to me because I did not like him. He was actually becoming one of my best friends too. It was sad and awkward because he sat in front of me. But that was really fun because it was like the end of the day, and yeah. And then this year, guys, I had senioritis like all last year and this year too. So first period I have lit again, which my teacher's crazy, and I want to put her on What Not to Wear really bad. She's like the nicest lady too. Second period is choir, which I hate so much. I hate. That's the period choir. Third period is, what's my third period? Oh, TA for my science class that I had for sophomore year, and I love her so much, and she gives me so much to do, and like I said, she hasn't been here for the past 2 weeks. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Fourth period, I have econs this semester, which I hate econs so much. And then fifth period, I have choir, which is a C on some days. And I come home and I film videos, even though this is only like my third video. So yeah, all around my high school experience has been iffy. I cannot wait to get out, and I don't really think this was that informing now that I think about it, because I just said all my classes. But you know, everyone has their different experiences in high school. Mine, my freshman year and probably this year were the best years. Sophomore year and junior year. Junior year is really your hardest year because it's when you get the hardest classes and you're trying to keep your grades up, because that's the year that most colleges really look at. And it's really stressful, and I stressed out. I actually failed 2 classes last year, and you know, then I was really I felt disgusting about myself because of it, but now it happened for a reason, because everything is starting to fall in its place now. And freshman year was the best because it was so much fun and fresh and new, and I was excited. And sophomore year, like I said, it's a blur, and this year I just cannot wait for it to be over with, because I am going to college, and I cannot wait to start my life, the new chapter of my life. And yeah, so if you are an incoming freshman, make the best out of it. Join clubs at your school, join sports, and just like reach out to other people and make friends, even though some of those friends might not be your friends after high school, but enjoy it while they're there. And like I said, like just keep your grades up. And because I had a dream that I was going to be a veterinarian, and I wanted to go to Texas A&M, I wanted to move to Texas, and I had this whole entire plan, and then my grades just dropped last year, and I was just like, I can't do it, because now I can't go to a university, so now I'm going to community college for the fall, and I think it's best for me because I will only be 17, and I probably won't know what to do if I went out on my own. I'd probably be so lost I would probably come home. But keep your grades up if that is really what your dream is, and strive to do that. And don't change your dreams. Learn from my mistakes. I have never been the best school person, reflecting on my grades, but I also have some issues with testing and everything, and I'm not making those an excuse for me, but I would really, really highly recommend that you study, you get good grades, because in my mindset, I started thinking, you know what, I got this, I don't care, who cares? But now, this year, I stress out that I have a C in econ, and I'm trying to get it up and trying. So I recommend you to keep your grades up so that you can go to that university. You can become a doctor, veterinarian, or whatever you want to be, and make a living for yourself. And yeah, join clubs to keep yourself busy. I personally, to keep myself busy, I did community service, and I'm actually getting an award for that, and an extra tassel thing or whatever it's called, because I did so much community service. I think I had 500 plus hours of community service all 4 years. For my school, you have to get 200 community service hours, and my freshman year, I got 200 community service hours, and that's what kept me busy, is helping the little cheerleaders, because that's what I did. And you just have to find that thing, maybe it's softball or soccer or swim or whatever. But keep your head in the game, and it is not scary. Don't be scared. Be excited and go in there and be confident, but not too confident because you don't want to put off the wrong impression about yourself. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope this video is not too long. And remember, follow your dreams and have fun on your freshman year in the fall. Bye!